My name's Ben Leon. I'm one of the founders and the operating director of the Dandy Brewing Company. It's much more simple than I think people think. So basically we get malted barley, which has been germinated and then kilned to stop any further germination. It begins to sprout. We grind that up in a malt mill. We steep that in warm water to extract fermentable sugars, create what's called the wort. That gets boiled with hops, which kills any bugs or bacteria that was on the malt. We add some hops in there for bitterness or aroma, depending on when we add it. We cool it down. It goes in a big old tank, and we pitch the yeast, and it's actually the yeast that goes to work and makes the beer for us. So it's and then from there, it either goes in a keg, bottle, or can. Sustainability for Dandy has been really important since day one. It's always been top of mind, and I think it is for all craft breweries. Much against the popular narrative that being sustainable costs so much more, all those things. For brewers, a lot of where sustainability can come in also makes sense on our bottom line financially. So we're always looking at ways to be, whether it's with water use, which is a huge issue in craft brewing, the amount of water it takes to make beer, or it's where our spent grain's going, or recycling for packaging products, stuff like that. Everything is always on our mind of where we can be more efficient, more sustainable. It uses a lot of energy to make beer, so whether that's natural gas or electricity. So yeah, really across the board, all beer has the potential to really use a lot of resources. Our power supplier is called ACE Energy, Alberta Cooperative Energy. So that's where we get our electricity and our natural gas. What's really nice about ACE is that we have the option to purchase directly from green producers, whether it's solar, wind, things like that. Being an inner city brewery where we're surrounded by residential and commercial people, having a transport trailer sized trailer that we're dumping grain in for a month, especially in the summer, just isn't an option for us. So there's companies, small companies owned by farmers who are now coming into the city. So we moved away from sort of commercial composting, which is a great step in the right direction, to working directly with farmers to come pick up our grain, and they'll come pick up within the day. So we're not sitting on storage of tons of grain that's going sour pretty quick. We're super lucky in Alberta. Our biggest raw material is malted barley, and Alberta produces and has produced for the last 30 years the best malting barley. So that's great for us, especially on a sustainability side. That it's not going in a container, shipped across the world, and then on a truck, and then getting to us. It's a very short distance to move our biggest commodity that we use. Other than that, hops are very much like wine grapes. Terroir is really, really important in hops. So we do still have to source hops from all over the world. Not necessarily because they don't grow here. There is Alberta hops growing, and the quality has been really good. There's not a full commercial production yet. Sustainability goals, I think, at our size, it makes sense financially to be careful about that. When we're, as a small new business, every dollar counts. So everywhere we can be more sustainable is gonna affect our bottom line, and that's the greedy business person in me, is that I'm just doing it for the money. But I have kids. I also know I've got to be sort of ready for the next generation. And I think craft beer drinkers want sustainably produced product, and we want sustainably produced product. So yeah.